L-10 minutes and 30 seconds, but let's spend a minute on Jacqueline. That's our landing ship, the one that brings the booster home. Jacqueline is central to how we make New Glenn reusable. The whole idea is launch, land, and repeat. Jacqueline is the land part. It's the floating platform that stations itself hundreds of miles downrange from the launch site, and it waits for the booster to come back and then makes the trip back home with the booster on board.
The Jacqueline is the landing platform vessel where New Glenn will come down, land, and we secure it and bring it back in.
She's 380 foot long, 150 foot wide, and she's a self-propelled vessel. We are the recovery side of the operation. This is where GS1 is going to land, and actually that feather is a center point.
We have to leave 4 days before launch. We check all our equipment, and we ensure that everything is working, everything is fully functional. We transport 300 to 400 miles, depending on how far the landing location is. And once we get there, dynamic positioning allows the thrusters on board here will hold this in position within a range of about 10 feet.
We'll have a couple small changes of Jacqueline's position. They're going to feed us new coordinates, right? So we might move 500 yards this direction, a little that way, but we're generally in the area. And right up to like 45 minutes or an hour before, that's our final position.
When the booster lands, the ROV will come out. Once it's mated with the booster effectively, we'll start pumping high-pressure nitrogen into the booster, which will allow the detanking process to continue to make the booster inert and safe for us to operate around.
These are the transit stands. These are what we actually use to secure GS1 to the deck. Each one of these units is individually controlled. We'll have 6 different operators operating them out under the vehicle, and then we're able to lock out the stands, which basically rigidizes GS1 to the LPV deck and allows us to bring it home.
The complexity of what we do out here is pretty important because we operate in such an isolated environment. We're hundreds of miles offshore. We're reliant on satellite communication.
The one thing about working on the ocean and in the elements, we fight it. It never wants to work with you. The best you can do is just get along with it. I hope people understand how important reusability is to this program. Us being out here and allowing us to retrieve these vehicles and bring back and reuse them, we reduce the cost, we reduce pollution.
My favorite part of being Team Blue is how everybody works together as a very cohesive group. This is really rewarding just to kind of see everyone marching together towards one successful landing operation.
And it's so great to be able to share everything we know about Jacqueline with you guys, because I actually got to go out on the Jacqueline, and I can tell you they are a very succinct team, and they're very proud of the work that they do here at Blue, and we're very proud of them, certainly as part of Team Blue. You are looking at New Glenn out on the pad. This is NG3. We're at L-7 minutes and 10 seconds. The countdown continues as we get closer to launch. We are going to throw it over to that beautiful rocket and just sit with it for just a moment, because this is a beautiful day and a great day to launch. New Glenn is switching to its fully autonomous mode, meaning that the flight computer takes over and people on the ground stop commanding it directly.
This is where we hand off to Patrick Moore. He's inside mission control. We talked to him earlier. Now he's going to take us through launch and landing.
Yeah, we do not understand the full impact, whether it's full loss of A functionality or redundancy therein.
All right, we've got Team Blue across the United States. We're talking Kent, Washington, Launch Site 1 in Texas, of course, Huntsville, Alabama, with a live look at NG New Glenn out on the pad for NG3. We appreciate everyone getting up early, especially our friends out on the West Coast. It is early for them. You will be able to hear from Patrick in just a moment. We're at T-minus 3 minutes into the launch of NG3. Big shout out to you guys. We love you, Team Blue. There is New Glenn. Again, the countdown clock is ticking. T-minus 2 minutes and 40 seconds till launch. Shortly here, you should be able to hear from our Patrick Moore, who is inside mission control.
T-minus 2:30. That's one quick rest start. Just to chill, quick rest start. I don't know what that is. T-minus 1:30.
You can probably hear our Patrick Moore just faintly. He just said T-minus 1:30.
Power internal.
T-minus 60 seconds. Rock, report range status.
In this last minute here, they've started up the hydraulics on the forward and aft. You might start to see the engines gimbal. The rest will happen very much so in rapid succession. And then the next 15 seconds, we could be seeing what we call big water, which is the water deluge. You can hear New Glenn coming alive out on the pad at T-minus 30 seconds.
GS1 at flight level.
GS2 at flight level.
Yes, this water deluge system that Tabitha just mentioned is turned on, and the system provides acoustic. When turned on, it will provide acoustic suppression to protect the vehicle from shock waves and also to cool the launch pad. There we go.
2.
Big water. We're at T-minus 20 seconds.
I'll provide first motion time. Motion time 11:25:01.
And New Glenn has cleared the tower. As you follow New Glenn's journey along, look to the bottom of your screen. You can see telemetry there, as well as our time clock.
Vehicle's now completing the Pitch over maneuver, strike. Post liftoff, fire inspection suite using LC-36 cameras.
Great shot looking back from New Glenn as it soars to the sky. We're about a minute into flight.
Soon the vehicle will reach maximum dynamic pressure, which is the point at which the pressure on the vehicle is at its highest.
1 minute, 6 seconds.
Beautiful shots from New Glenn.
Body rates continue to look nominal. Data quality is good.
We can
Coming
hear
down from
Patrick
the
a little bit
vehicle.
now.
Yeah, starting to come in. It looks like it's right down the middle of the corridor.
Trajectory is nominal. Plus 1 minute, 20 seconds. Now passing Mach 1.
Oh, we can feel the rumble here in the studio.
1 minute, 30 seconds into flight.
Back to you.
Maximum dynamic pressure.
We have passed max Q. That means the vehicle is supersonic.
Parameters look good at full thrust. 1 minute, 45 seconds in.
You can hear everything's looking good.
Now 11 kilometers downrange. Traveling at 1 kilometer per second.
Traveling 1 kilometer a second.
Trajectory continues.
I apologize here. I'm repeating a bit of what Patrick's saying because it sounds a bit low to us. It might sound low to you.
Body rate's nominal. 2 minutes, 10 seconds in. Less than 1 minute to MECO.
Less than 1 minute to MECO, which is main engine cutoff.
Acceleration profile continues to look good. Body
Wow.
rate's nominal. Good activity on
About to
the
pass 2 minutes and 30 seconds into flight.
Trajectory is good.
Trajectory is good.
30 seconds in.
LDO, so
30
count one.
seconds to MECO.
About 30 seconds to
Fires
MECO.
secondaries observed.
Body rates continue to look good throughout boost phase.
A lot of things are going to happen quickly. We're going to have MECO, main engine cutoff, followed shortly by stage separation, and then payload
10 seconds to
jettison.
MECO.
Let's take a look.
2 minutes, 55 seconds into flight.
LDGC, no anomalies from the ground systems.
Standing by for MECO.
Standing
And we have
by.
MECO.
MECO confirmed.
Don't. Sorry. Correction. Now we have MECO. Body rates
We have
nominal.
MECO.
Engines look good.
Separation.
You're looking down at the two BE3Us.
You hear the cheers?
On both BE3Us.
That's Team Bluey here, by the way.
Operating plans look good. Body rates nominal. Data quality is good.
Everything's looking nominal. GS2 ignition in full thrust.
We have payload fairing separation.
Body rates continue to look nominal. And operating plans look good as well. Now passing 4 minutes into flight. Yes.
Just over 4 minutes into flight. That beautiful blue marble.
Yes, one. Engines continue to look good. Response. Body rates nominal.
We can hear that everything is nominal.
We continue to see good data coming down from GS1.
We've got our long range cameras out on the booster.
Team Blue is hyped. You can hear it in the
Yeah.
background.
We're hyped too.
Control on GS2.
While it is a little low to hear Patrick, Alice, you want to walk through what's about to happen now?
Yeah, so GS1 will hit apogee very shortly here, or might already have. Then once that is confirmed, the booster will begin its descent back to Earth for a beautiful landing on Jacqueline.
Confirmed apogee. The fully reusable booster will start its descent back as platform underway about 375 miles from here.
And in about 2 minutes,
through those burns. The first is about 20 seconds long. The second burn will be at atmospheric reentry.